What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about some Wildstar PvP and why I haven't been doing it as much as I thought I would. So, I was late to the Wildstar PvP scene. I was focusing on PvE. I'm in a raiding guild, and there's just a lot of stuff you have to do to get ready to raid, attunements, things like that. So, I just started the PvP last week, which puts me at a pretty big disadvantage. So, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, the Wildstar PvP, I love it. The actual player versus player combat, the gameplay itself is great. When I face an equally geared person, I love it. I have zero issues. I mean, obviously, class balance is always an issue. There's always going to be something that's OP or whatever. But for the most part, I'm having fun with the game at its core gameplay. That is good. So at least the game Wildstar has the most important part right, and that's the core gameplay. It's fun. It's not like Rift where it's fucking choppy and boring. It's the most fun MMO PvP I've done in a really, really long time. So that part is good. Yay. The other stuff can be fixed. So the main reason why I'm not enjoying Wildstar PvP right now is that anybody that came into the Wildstar PvP game late, let's say you were a raider and you finally got done with your attunement and now you've got some free time, so now you can do some PvP. Or you just picked up the game and you just hit 50 a week ago. You're probably not having too much fun because your gear disadvantage is insane. So what happened was anybody that played the game, anybody that played PvP early, like the first week, got basically free 1800 because everybody was playing games and the rating was super inflated and you weren't facing people with 1800 gear to get 1800. The way it is now is that the second you queue up for a 1200 rated battleground, you face people in 1800 gear because those people have tanked their rating to get faster queues or to help their friends get rating. So it's very difficult to climb up the ladder right now because you're just facing people that have insanely better gear than you. And let me put it. Let me break it down for you how insanely good the 1800 gear is compared to the blue gear. So the 1800 gear is best in slot for raiding until 40 mans. Think about that. Best in so with its item level, with a lot of its item level stats being wasted on PvP stats, it is still best in slot for raiding. So think about that for PvP. Think about how powerful that is for PvP. So you've got a situation where this gear makes you just a complete fucking monster. And I'm cool with that. I like that there's gear progression. I'm glad that you get rewarded for going up the ladders. But you can't have that when people are tanking their rating down to 1100 and facing people with blue gear. You know, your character is almost twice as powerful, it feels like, with the 1800 gear compared to the blue gear. The stat difference is just staggering. So I think a lot of these issues would be fixed with better rewards for higher rating and a leaderboard. I think that if there was a leaderboard, then people wouldn't be so anxious to just tank their rating down to 1200 and shit on people in blues that have absolutely no chance. I'm sure it would still happen, but I think that would fix a lot of it. I think that maybe the 1800 gear is a little too powerful. As an understatement, I think that, yeah, maybe the power difference is a little bit too much. Just the fact that it's best in slot for rating until 40 mans is ridiculous. Like, come on, that's kind of insane. Another issue is that you unlock all the gear at the exact same time. So the second you hit 1500, your character gets way more powerful. The second you get 1800, your character gets way more powerful again. Rather than a staggered approach where you unlock one piece every 50 rating. Let's say, you know, you hit 1250 rating, then you pick up your gloves. 1300, you pick up your legs, whatever. You just stagger the gear out like that. So rather than all of a sudden, boom, you know, some character at 1499 is complete shit, and then some character at 1500 is much better, and then so on and so on. Have it be staggered. So that would fix some of the problems, not very many of them, to be honest, because the real issue is that the second you queue up for PvP, you face people that are just twice the character you are. So that wouldn't fix the issue completely with what's going on right now. The biggest issue with the game right now is that they started the season too early. I really hope that this isn't actually a season. I hope they don't give rewards out for this because the PvP has been a clusterfuck, like, long before this happened. Like, the second the game came out, people were using gadgets that slowed movement by 90%, and then there was like healing gadget exploits. So this whole like beginning part of the game should just be completely scrapped. And they need to fix the win trading. multiple, like, I could go on and on about the win trading, but there are certain guilds that have no PvP experience. They don't even PvP at all. They don't show any interest in PvP, but magically one day the whole guild hit 1800. So that's not suspicious. So anyway, they need to fix the win trading, ban the win traders. Currently, if you leave a queue, there's no rating loss, so you can just easily win trade your way up to 1800, which a lot of people have done, and that's fucked. So now even more people have the 1800 gear now even more people have 1800 gear that are lower tier players, which means there are more 1800 people in the lower brackets. So once they fix all these issues with the not losing rating for leaving queues and maybe nerfing the 1800 set a little bit, or I don't know, they got to start the season over. The biggest thing is that they started the season with no leaderboards and with a lot of these issues still in place. So many people have exploited their way up to get the gear, and now that they've got the gear, they just completely rape face in the 1200s. So there's a lot of issues with the game, but luckily none of the issues are gameplay oriented, which is why I think this shit will get fixed. I'm really serious. This is not something that I see as a lasting problem. I feel like the fixes are pretty easy. I think when a leaderboard comes out, that will fix a lot of it. I think the biggest thing is they need to reset the season. This shit should not count for anything. This needs to be complete, I don't know, beta season. Just doesn't count. There's just been so much shit that's just made it so many exploits, so many little things, well, so many big things. They just make the whole thing illegitimate. Like I don't even think people care if you're high rated in Wildstar right now, just because a lot of the teams that are high rated have been exploiting the MMR system and tanking their ratings, so they completely shit on people. And there was a team that was like 2400, and the way they got it is they'd have one guy tank the rating and then join the team again, and just, I don't know, just little exploits like that. They just completely make it illegitimate. So once they get all that fixed, they got to reset it. And when they do reset the season, they don't need to take people's 1800 gear away. They just need to make the current 1800 gear earnable with prestige, and then come out with a new 1800 set that's maybe a little bit less powerful. Again, I know I've said this is the third time I've said it, but the 1800 gear should not be best in slot for rating. Like, that is ridiculous. That's way too good. Like, that is just way too good. So anyway, Wildstar PvP, it's got its problems. It's got a lot of problems right now, but at least at its core, it is good. The gameplay, the classes versus class, when you're fighting somebody in equal gear, where it's actually like an equal opportunity, then it's fun. And I don't think too many people disagree with that. So they've got the best part right. It's just all the other little shit they got to get. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm still going to be doing Wildstar PvP. I'm just going to sort of not be doing it as much as I would be, at least until the new season comes out. Hopefully the new season comes out in a month and they fixed all the issues that I previously have talked about. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I really like the PvP in this game. Yeah, and as they optimize more, like, the reason why I'm not frapsing this and I'm using so much live stream footage recently is that the optimization for PvP is bad. Like, if I hit my fraps button while I'm live streaming, I go down really low. So I don't know what the deal is. And I don't know, rating, for some reason the rating is really optimized. Like, we were doing Phage Mall last night and I'd be at like 60 to 80 FPS in the middle of all that shit, but PvP 10 vs 10 is just a nightmare for some reason. So whatever, I'm sure that'll get fixed as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. So this is a typical council fight. All of these mobs share health, so the augmenter and the commander and all of these mobs have the same health. So when we kill one, we kill them all. So cleaving here is really good. Now we're spreading out the augmenter and the commander in this phase because we're getting them into